Jake Paul, it's clear to me you are desperate for a reality check. You know what? If I made my money impressing 4-year-olds on YouTube and managed to somehow become a multimillionaire from it, I'd probably live in a dream world too. But let me explain something to you about combat sports. There are a whole bunch of men out here who will never be as famous as you, will never make the money you've made, who would kick the living out of you. This is the hardest sport in the world, and people dedicate their lives to this, and most of them never get a payday. It never pays off for the majority of fighters, all of which would you up. I'm one of the lucky ones. I made a little bit of money. I don't have 50 million to bet with you, but I do have 3 million to bet with you. So this is your offer. $3 million. You put 3, I put 3, winner takes all.
When I made the video, I really disliked Jake Paul. Now, I don't dislike him, I understand him. I want to make something clear. I would still kick the living out of Jake Paul. I'm not some washed up UFC fighter. I'm not smaller than him. I would beat the living out of him. And if he wants to fight, I'll fight him any day of the week and I'll wreck him, and he knows that. However, I do understand what he's doing. I understand that he is very, very smart, even with his marketing angle. I'm just a YouTuber. You're not just a YouTuber. You're a full-grown man with the best coaches in the world who's dedicated his life to learning how to box for years. You know how to box. You're not a complete amateur. You know how to box very well. 3, 4, 5 years of training combat sports, you can box.
Nobody's sitting down right. You want the good grief. I do. Not only champions of the past, we have world champions of the present. Marissa Shields in the building.
Now, Andrew Tate has stepped forward, calling out Jake Paul and vowing to teach him a lesson. Could Tate be the one to restore Tyson's honor? Let's unravel the fallout and what this challenge means for boxing.
Mike is one of the all-time greats.
Mike is.
And I'm glad he got paid.
Andrew Tate wasted no time in addressing the elephant in the room. He acknowledged Jake Paul as an all-right kid, but accused him of embarrassing himself by defeating an aging Tyson. Tate didn't mince words, calling out Jake for living in a dream world and promising to bring him back to reality with a challenge of his own. For many, this was the voice they had been waiting for, someone willing to step up and defend Tyson's legacy.
But let's say he would call you to fight. Would you take it?
Yeah, I mean, Jake and I actually talk. He's an all right guy. There was a time we were talking about fighting each other, and I think if this arrest didn't happen, it probably would have come to fruition. We'll see what happens in the future. We'll see. Perhaps. It's possible. There's nothing's no. Nothing's yes. We'll see. I'll escape this Matrix attack, and perhaps if he needs to be taught a lesson, I'll be the guy to teach him a lesson.
Tate's fiery statements have already sparked massive debate among fans. While some see his intervention as unnecessary, others believe he's the perfect contender to humble Jake Paul. Tate's confidence and reputation as a fierce competitor add weight to his call-out, signaling that this could be a fight unlike any other. The fight itself revealed cracks in Tyson's armor, leaving many to question whether he was physically ready. Dana White observed that Tyson struggled even before stepping into the ring, noting his difficulty climbing stairs and the knee brace he wore. Despite these challenges, Jake Paul failed to dominate, which many see as a testament to Tyson's enduring resilience.
And you saw him. He tripped when he was walking down the thing. He had a hard time walking up the stairs. He had a knee brace on, and Jake Paul couldn't do anything to him. He made a ton of money, and I know people are mad. You stayed home on a Saturday night, but you didn't pay for it. You know what I mean? And, you know, this is what Mike Tyson, when Mike Tyson shows up, everybody makes money, you know? Jake Paul is, you know, I don't have to tell you guys, you guys know. Mike Tyson is the A++++ side of that thing. And he was right. Jake Paul couldn't do it to him.
Similarly, Evander Holyfield pointed out Tyson's visible balance issues, suggesting they stemmed from pre-existing leg problems. For Holyfield and many others, this fight wasn't a fair representation of Tyson's abilities, but rather a contest tilted by circumstances.
So what did you think of the fight?
It wasn't a good one.
It wasn't a good one.
No.
Yeah. Overall, how'd you just see how Jake fought, how Mike fought?
Well, you know, you can tell something was wrong with the Tyson leg.
Yeah, the knee.
So he couldn't, his balance was off.
Oh, that's crazy. You noticed that. I just talked to his trainer and he told me that exact thing.
Yeah.
His balance was off.
His balance was off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, overall, like, how do you see Jake growing from this, and who do you want to see him fight against now?
Well, I'm like, he's a pretty good fighter.
Meanwhile, Fat Joe highlighted his relief that Tyson left the ring unharmed and with $30 million in his pocket. While the payday softened the blow for some, others argued that it didn't excuse the spectacle that tarnished Tyson's legendary reputation.
I'm happy Mike ain't get hurt. I'm happy Mike ain't get knocked out. I'm really happy that Iron Mike Tyson, 58 years old, might have took home $30 million last night.
Not everyone was impressed with Jake Paul's showing in the ring. Colby Covington criticized Paul for looking soft and failing to deliver a dominant performance against a much older opponent. Covington's comments echoed the sentiments of many who expected more from Paul, given his age advantage.
What did I think? I love seeing Mike out there doing what he loves to do. It's his passion. But I don't know. I think Jake looked a little soft tonight. He don't look like a real boxer, a pro boxer that's been training the last 10 years. So, he needs to come see me one day. A guy that's in his prime that's going to walk him down and have that cardio. So,
adding to the skepticism, Derek James admitted he couldn't form a strong opinion about Paul's performance, having never seen him fight before. His neutrality reflects the broader uncertainty surrounding Paul's legitimacy as a professional boxer.
With fight hype, what you think of the fight, G?
It's entertainment.
But do you think that we saw Jake Paul going all out like he normally does?
I don't know. I never seen him fight before.
Okay.
Even Andre Ward chimed in, urging Paul to face a real contender if he wants to prove himself. Ward's critique underscores the growing demand for Paul to move beyond theatrics and take on genuine challenges.
There's a reason for that. You gotta say my name. We might be able to talk about it. Maybe something I can think about, but it's time that bro start, he got to fight somebody that's a real threat, because we know he can sell. We know all of that. But what he's after is legitimacy. He's trying to legitimize himself. And Canelo don't take that fight, which he said he wasn't going to do it, man. You got to fight somebody that's going to give you some clout, whether you win or lose.
Reactions to the fight have been as polarizing as the bout itself. Logan Paul praised his brother's performance, calling it stupendous and celebrating his growth as a boxer.
Logan, what do you make of Jake's performance tonight?
Absolutely stupendous.
What did you think of Mike Tyson?
I love Uncle Mike. He's just such a, that was impressive, no? For a 58-year-old. Hi, how are you? That was, yeah, he's tough, proud of him. Weathered the storm with a young brute named Jake Paul. I think Jake let him live. I do.
However, this view sharply contrasts with that of combat sports icon Nate Diaz, who openly rooted for Tyson and viewed the match as an unfair contest. For Diaz, Paul's victory didn't feel like a triumph, but rather a misstep in boxing history.
Hey. Real quick, everyone wants to know your take, man. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, who you got?
I don't give a No, Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson all day, you're the man.
Others, like Freddie Roach, were initially optimistic about Tyson's chances. Roach believed that Tyson's refined skills and vast experience would offset the age gap. However, the fight's outcome left him disappointed, as Tyson's visible struggles overshadowed his otherwise commendable effort.
I used to train Tyson. I like Mike a lot, and he does come by my gym once in a while to say hello and visit and stuff. And then all of a sudden his fight's coming up, and he's a younger, maybe stronger man. But no, I can't say stronger, because Tyson's really strong.
Amid the divided opinions, Andrew Tate's challenge has sparked new excitement. Echoing Michael Knowles, Tate's intervention aligns with the view that this fight's outcome, while controversial, set the stage for a new spectacle. Tate aims to correct what many see as Jake Paul's unchecked rise.
What was the outcome of the fight? For those who didn't watch, it was a decision, it was a unanimous decision that Jake Paul won, but nobody got knocked out. There wasn't all that much that happened during the fight. It was, some would say, the perfect outcome. It was the perfect outcome in that had Jake Paul got knocked out, the audience would have loved it, but Jake Paul's boxing career would have been over. I don't care that it's Mike Tyson. If a 27-year-old gets actually knocked out, concussed by a 58-year-old dude, that guy is not a serious boxer. Flip side, if Jake Paul, a 27-year-old, had knocked out Mike Tyson at 58, Jake Paul's boxing career also would have been over, and the audience would have absolutely hated it, and it would have caused all sorts of problems for professional boxing.
While Jake Paul's supporters revel in his controversial victory, Andrew Tate's challenge could redefine the story. Reflecting Teddy Atlas's remarks about Tyson's financial motivations, Tate's bold move underscores his intent to restore integrity and deliver the reality check Paul seems to evade.
I mean, they got you. They got you. You know, the guy used to be the baddest man on the planet. He smacks him at the end. You had to watch. You just, everyone was going to be there. You had to be there. You had to be there. Well, we were there. We were with you, and you were there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to do more of this. If you guys...
What do you think? Can Andrew Tate avenge Mike Tyson and bring Jake Paul back to reality? Or will this challenge be another chapter in Paul's rise? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Boxy Hub for exclusive updates, analysis, and all the latest from the boxing world. Let's see how this drama unfolds.